Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to Sneaker Stories. As always, I'm your host Chris Jack. Today checking out one of the most sought after Air Jordan 1 releases of 2021 thus far. It's none other than the University Blue colorway on, of course, the Jordan 1. Without further ado, let's check them out. Alright, so these were released March 6th here in South Africa. I think the original release date was slightly earlier, but it was delayed for a reason that I'm not entirely sure of. But nonetheless, they finally came out and in extremely limited quantities, at least here in South Africa. So this particular release was definitely one for the books, in my opinion. I've never had so many people DMing me about whether I know anyone with their size or if I know where to get them a pair. We do have some pairs here at Story, but not a lot of them because there were just so few of them. I estimate probably only around 120 odd pairs, maybe 124 pairs here in the country, and those were split up between Shesha, Archive, Shelf Life, and then one extremely random store I've never heard of in Durban called Hype or something of that nature, which seems to have a Jordan account which no one's ever known about. Anyway, ultimately, I do think there were only around 120 odd pairs of this pair in the country, so it made it extremely difficult to get hands on. But getting into the shoe itself, and I know there is a lot of content on the Jordan 1s as always, at least early content from other guys doing reviews, but I thought I'd have a look at them anyway because it's definitely one of my favorite colorways. Starting with the outsole, you've got the University Blue here, which is the UNC Blue, obviously paying homage to Michael Jordan's University. And then moving further up the shoe into the midsole, you've just got a beautiful plain white midsole there, which obviously ties into the white leather paneling that are done in a tumbled leather, and it's an incredibly soft and sort of comfortable leather that you're getting on the upper of the shoe. And then the overlays, which are the UNC Blue colorway, are done in a nubuck or nubuck suede. Now, the last time I saw a shoe this good from a quality or leather quality perspective, and that might not necessarily mean it's very high quality leather, but when you see something that's super soft and tumbled, it generally just looks more premium and feels more comfortable on foot. That's at least in my opinion. The last time we did see that was of course on the Rookie of the Years, at least from my collection over here. These two shoes side by side are pretty much the same sort of outset from a material makeup point of view, with those nubuck suede overlays and tumbled leather underlays. Now, further to the University Blue and white coloring on this particular pair, they've obviously got a very contrasting black, and that's done in tumbled leather on the swoosh on both lateral and medial sides of the shoe, and then just highlighting around the heel collar section over here an incredibly soft tumbled black leather just to complete the look. Now, from a lacing perspective, the laces do come with one set of black flat laces over here, which are semi-laced in the shoes. In my opinion, these look really good. They do bring up the hits of the black in the swoosh and the heel collar to balance the look of it. However, if you're not into the look of the black laces, they also provide you with a set of University Blue laces over here, just if you want a little bit more of that color blocking to come through to the top of the shoe. In my opinion, I'd really like to see the shoe with white laces in it. I think that could be an incredibly awesome and clean look on foot. But ultimately, whichever way you go with laces, I do think that these are going to be absolutely amazing. Just some finer details on the shoe. The Wings logo over here is the standard sort of debossed logo done in black on that University Blue nubuck suede. And then to the tongue section of the shoe, it's the standard Air Jordan 1 nylon tongue with a black and University Blue Nike Air branding tab on the top. Now, from a sock liner point of view, inside of the shoe, they've just kept that a tonal black. I have noticed the material usage in Air Jordan 1s has got a lot softer. It used to be kind of more of a meshy, canvasy kind of material. Now it's moved to more of a nylon, satiny kind of material. I would say this is kind of in the middle. I have seen a lot of other iterations like what you've had on the UNCs use this particular thing. I think this was the first pair of Air Jordan 1s that I had where I really felt that difference of comfort. Just in and around the heel collar section. On the University Blues, it's even more comfortable. So I would probably argue that this is the most comfortable Air Jordan 1 that I've put on my feet. But as always, that's completely up to the wearer, so don't hold me to that. But I definitely don't think you're going wrong from a comfort perspective with the University Blues. And last but not least, the insoles of the shoe, and I can't really get them out here as they are pretty much glued in as well, is just a standard Air Jordan 1 insole done in black with the Nike Air branding done in the University Blue. Now, from a pricing perspective, the retail cost on this pair of shoes was 2,799 Rand. However, due to the limited quantities that arrived here in South Africa, the resale prices of these are pretty extraordinarily high. Depending on size, anywhere between 9 and about 12,000 Rand. for this particular pair at this current time. Global prices on places like StockX and GOAT seem to be between around $400 to $500, and it is one of those shoes that I do think will just increase with value over time. It might see a little bit of a taper off now as people try to sell their pairs if they weren't actually keeping them for themselves or wearing them, but ultimately this is just one of those classic colorways that's super clean, the materials are great, and it's a really good addition to the collection. Now from a sizing point of view, as most of you guys will know by now, I would recommend just taking your standard Air Jordan 1 size. If you don't know what that is, you always have an opportunity to try on a pair in store. You're welcome to come to our store here, Cape Town, and try on a pair if we have one in your size, of course, and get your size from there. And if you are specifically looking for a pair of University Blues, or if you have a pair of University Blues to sell here in Cape Town, South Africa, you're welcome to bring them through to Story as well, and we'll get you sorted from there. But that's it for this review of the Air Jordan 1 University Blue colorway. I hope you guys have found it helpful, enjoyable. If you did, please make sure to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe right here for more content like this down the line. But that's all from me for today, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.